Nudge theory isn't really just theory. You can consider how it is actually practiced in the real world. The real origin of nudging gaining power comes from the UK, the creation of the Behavioral Insights Team, or BIT, but it's known as the Nudge Unit. This happened in 2010. BIT has expanded to the United States, setting up an office in New York. The North American operation is working with cities and their agencies, as well as other partners across the US and Canada, running over 25 randomized control trials in their first year of operation. In 2009, Cass Sunstein had been selected to the Obama administration to serve as an advisor and headed up the Office of Information and Regulatory Affairs, or OIRA. This is known as one of the president's most powerful offices, and Sunstein came in and tried to have this kind of nudge influence on some of their policies. The BIT model has been followed in the US clearly. The White House Office of Science and Technology Policy has a social and behavioral sciences initiative whose goal is to, quote, translate academic research findings into improvements in the federal program performance and efficiency using rigorous evaluation methods. On September 15th, 2015, President Obama issued an executive order which formally established the Social and Behavioral Sciences Team. They called themselves the SBST, Social and Behavioral Sciences Team, and they directed government agencies to use insights from the social and behavioral sciences to improve the efficiency and effectiveness of their work. They basically use other departments' pre-existing budgets and try to help them streamline and make more efficient the use of taxpayer dollars that are already being spent on services. SBST was chaired by Maya Shankar, who founded the group and built it up piece by piece until Obama's executive order made it more formally established. In 2017, when Maya was just around 30 years old, she moved over to become Google's Global Director of Behavioral Sciences. You can see nudge units around the world in this picture. You can see how many nudge units have started to grow and have different official places in different countries. They're gaining popularity. What they do and how they think about different nudges is varied across all of these, but there definitely are playing a role in different places. The UK Nudge Unit, the Behavioral Insights Team, currently operates under the slogan of EAST. E, make it easy. A, make it attractive. S, make it social. And T, make it timely. Right? So they're going for these different types of nudges that are kind of east behavior and trying to influence policy so that it is more easy to use. It's more social. It's more timely, right? So we have all of these different kind of elements that we have within this. One famous nudge that was put into practice was the Amsterdam airport nudge. In a busy airport restroom used by throngs of travelers each day, the unpleasant effects of bad aim in the men's restroom can add up rather quickly. Enter the ingenious economist who worked for the International Airport in Amsterdam. His idea was to etch the image of a black housefly onto the bowls of the airport's urinals, just above or to the left of the drain. The result is that, quote, spillage declined 80%. It turns out that if you give men a target, they can't help but aim at it. Other things that have been tried or considered are fake speed bumps. In Philadelphia, China, and elsewhere, they've experimented with these fake speed bumps. They're basically paintings of 3D images on the roads. In Philadelphia, they ran a test where the average speed dropped from 38 miles per hour to 23, but the impact didn't seem to be as permanent as people got used to them. Nonetheless, they thought perhaps using them would slow tourists down at least. There's a vote lottery in the UK where you needed to register in advance to vote. So voter registration is really important because a failure to register can lead to residents becoming effectively disenfranchised. Registration also helps to prevent fraud. It can improve residents' credit ratings, as registration details are often used in credit checks. Local authorities also have an obligation to register all of their eligible residents within an area. So typically, Efforts to do so involve a series of letters sent out to residents encouraging them to go and register. People who do not register after receiving these letters are then subject potentially to a door-to-door canvassing. At the end of this process, almost everyone ends up registered to vote. The canvassing at the end, however, is very expensive, and so there's a strong incentive for local authorities to register as many people as possible before the canvassing is necessary. So there's a trial that illustrates a core claim in behavioral economics, the claim of probability-weighted prospect theory. This idea shows that people overweight the probability of unlikely outcomes with high rewards, which explains why ordinarily risk-averse people might still play the lottery. So residents in this London borough were given a lottery for signing up for or registering to vote, right? They were offered either a no lottery control, or in other areas, they were told that one resident would win £1,000 in a lottery if they registered before a certain date. And then the final group was told that one resident would win £5,000 if they registered before the same date. The Behavioral Insights team, BIT, ran a randomized control trial with a local authority to test the efficiency of using lotteries to increase electoral registration rates. There was a 3.3% increase in registration rates when the prize was £1,000 and a 4.2% increase when the prize was £5,000. At the end of the trial period, they found that the lottery incentive was effective, increasing the registrations from 46.2% in the £1,000 condition compared to 44.7% in the control group. Although the £5,000 condition increased registrations a little bit more, the difference wasn't really statistically significant, although the £1,000 lottery was seen as more cost-effective anyway, and so authorities started using that round to try and increase the registration. After the local authority carries out its door-to-door canvass, there seems to be no differences between the three groups within the study, showing that the lottery made registration faster. It made people sign up sooner, which saved the local authority money because then they could just do it via the lottery, the £1,000 lottery, instead of going out and canvassing, which costs substantially more. However, it did not change the overall rates of voter registration, so really it was just saving the group money. So we have these nudges in real life, right? Nudges in real life have been used to solve a wide variety of problems, such as increasing retirement savings, organ donations, charitable giving, and even just impacting consumer health decisions. Nudge theory is quite interesting. There are many pros and cons that get debated, but one thing is clear. It is an important part of the modern political landscape. These ideas are being used, and you need to understand what the pros and cons of them are if you want to understand what policies we should have.